Roll call of the members. Councilor Arrigo.
Here.
Here. Councilor Correggio.
Here.
Here. Councilor Janino.
Here.
Here. Councilor Guanasso.
Here.
Here. Councilor Haas. Here. Councilor Novoselsky. Here. Councilor Patch. Here. Councilor Powers.
Here.
Here. Councilor Reardon is absent. Councilor Zambuto.
Here.
Here. And Council President Penta.
Here.
Here. A quorum is present. Approval of the journals of the meeting of November 19th, 2012.
So moved. All in favor, all opposed, so voted.
Calendar item number 1, in accordance with the provisions of Section 56 of Chapter 40 of the Massachusetts General Laws, the City Council will conduct a public hearing for the purpose of establishing the minimum residential factor in order to establish the FY 2013 tax rate.
Good evening.
Good evening, Council. I'm Andrew Iavana, Chairman of the Board of Assessors, 14 Joseph Road, Revere, Mass. I'm here to ask the Council to vote the minimum residential allowance and the maximum shift to 175%, with the maximum which is allowed by law. Historically, the Council has always gone to the maximum shift. Thank you.
Thank you. Think the mayor wants to say a few words?
Thank you very much, Mr. President, members of the council. Just here as a proponent in this, where this is a public hearing, I wanted to obviously offer my support for the maximum shift as we have historically done here at the city council level. And, just here also to answer any questions that councilors may have. Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Any other proponents? Seeing, hearing none, we'll close that side of the hearing. Any opponents? People opposed? Seeing, hearing none. Close that side of the hearing. Any city councilors? Seeing, hearing none, we'll take a roll call.
Council President Penta, I believe there needs to be 2 votes. One is to actually, if I'm correct, the adoption.
There are actually 2 other votes that the Council should take. One is for the adoption of the so-called ADA, which allows a 100% increase in all statutory exemptions. The second vote is something that we have been informed this year by the Department of Revenue that the Council should be voting on, and that is the cost of living increase for all of those exemptions, for the 41Cs, so-called, the elderly exemptions, and for the blind exemptions. Each year, the Commissioner of Revenue allows a cost of living increase to the amounts allowed in those exemptions. And we have been informed by DOR that the Council should vote on that. So this year's cost of living increase, which is tied actually to the Social Security increases, I guess, is 2.65%. So we asked for those 2 votes.
Thank you for the information. We'll take 2 separate votes on roll call. 3? I thought it was 2. 3? Okay.
On the first vote, that the City Council move to adopt Section 4 of Chapter 73 of the Acts of 1986. Councilor Arrigo.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Correggio.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Janino.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Haas.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Novoselsky.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon is absent. Councilor Zambuto.
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Penta.
Yes.
Yes, it has been adopted. Now that the City Council moved to adopt Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 59, Section 5, in order to adjust the cost of living adjustment for fiscal year 2013 by 2.65%. Councilor Arrigo.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Correggio.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Janino.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Haas.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Novoselsky.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon is absent. Councilor Zambuto.
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Penta.
Yes.
Yes, it has been increased. And that the City Council move to adopt the minimum residential factor for fiscal year 2013. Councilor Arrigo.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Correggio.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Janino.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Haas.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Novoselsky.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon is absent. Councilor Zambuto.
Yes.
Yes, and Council President Penta?
Yes.
Yes, the minimum residential factor has been adopted.
The Board of Assessors would like to thank the council for their
Thank you.
cooperation as always.
Calendar item number 2, the City Council will conduct a public hearing to change the name of View Street in the Oak Island neighborhood to View Road.
I do not see the city engineer here. Oh, I'm sorry. You are here. Want to come up to the podium? Proponents, you're in favor of this, correct?
Good
Name and
evening.
address for the record.
I'm here tonight to ask the council,
State your name and address for the record.
oh, excuse me, Nick Rystrom, 53 Genesee Street. As I was saying, I'm here tonight to request that the council change the name of one of the two View Streets in the city, the one in Oak Island to View Road. Recently, excuse me, there had been some confusion with polling locations because of the existence of the two streets being named the same. The reason that I am requesting the one in Oak Island to be changed is because there are no residents that have addresses on that particular View Street. So my suggestion would be to change it to View Road or something of the like, View Place or something like that.
Thank you very much. Any other proponents, people in favor? Seeing here and none, we'll close that side of the hearing. Any people opposed? Seeing here and none, we'll close that side of the hearing. Any city councils? Council Powers.
Yes, Council President Penter, I really have no objection to that. There are several streets in the area down there. That's Maggie Road and Putnam Road, and they all seem to be roads down there. So I think that would work very well, particularly where there are no residents or buildings on the street. I think if we do it now and down the road, someone does construct something down there, it'll be in place. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Any other councils? So, Nick, I'd like to thank you for doing a good job on this public hearing. I asked this to be voted tonight, where I think it's a safety issue, too, for fire or police that they call to a thing. Good job on it. Call a roll call.
In accordance with Section 12.04.020 of the Revere Revised Ordinances, that the City Council move to change the name of View Street in Oak Island to View Road. Councilor Arrigo?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Correggio?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Janino?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Hass? Yes. Councilor Novoselsky?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon is absent. Councilor Zambudo?
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Penta?
Yes.
Yes, the street name change has been approved.
Reconsideration up appeal. All in favor, all opposed, so voted.
Calendar item number 3, hearing called as ordered upon the application presented by Verizon for a joint pole location on Revere Beach Parkway within the city of Revere. I've been notified by the applicant that he would like to continue this matter as he had a conflicting meeting.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll just go through the public hearing tonight. We'll keep it on the table. Any proponents, people in favor of this? Seeing, hearing none, close that side of the hearing. Anybody opposed? Seeing, hearing none, we'll close that side of the hearing. Any city councils? Councilor Novoselsky.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, this happens to be in my ward at the corner of Albert Ave and Revere Beach Parkway, and this is one of the poles that I talked to Verizon about last month that is in very disrepair. So hopefully they'll be able to take that pole out of there now and put a new pole in there and fix up this dangerous situation. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll leave this on the table for Verizon to get here next, the 17th. Okay.
Calendar item number 4, report of the Economic Development Subcommittee.
Councilor Sambudo.
Thank you, Mr. President. As you know, the Economic Development Subcommittee met earlier this evening. There was one item on the agenda, and that was the proposed TIF agreement, tax increment financing agreement for the new proposed market basket. And I'm pleased to say that I think this was the first time that we left something like this, an agreement like this, online for people to see for a couple of weeks. I'm hoping that's a new practice that we're going to develop up here. so that we have this transparency and nobody questions what we do as backroom deals or so forth. This was completely out in the open. It's a great thing to get a market basket in this location. As we all know, we've been looking to revitalize the Northgate area for many years, and I'm hopeful that this is just the first TIF of this new administration. I know that they share my views. The Economic Development Director, John Fester, did a terrific job, and I commend the mayor and his administration for working hard with these developers to do the right thing. And we talked about all the reasons why it was a good deal for the city, and the fact that the drain line underneath that building was our responsibility. It was taken up by the developer. So this is by no means a giveaway. This is certainly a good deal for everybody involved. And more importantly, it shows the fact that this city council, this administration, is looking forward to bringing good development into this city, and we're eager to give TIF agreements out when appropriate. So I would simply ask for a favorable vote, as the subcommittee voted unanimously in favor of this TIF agreement, along with all my other colleagues that were here and shared in the discussion. Everybody is in favor of it, so I'd simply ask for a roll call for the TIF agreement. We did make some minor changes to what was online, and those changes will end up online, and they simply spelled out that we're looking for a market basket here for the 10-year agreement, and everybody's in agreement with that. And I was told by the developer that we're in great shape and we're moving forward quickly with this market basket, and that's it. So a roll call, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd just like to say a few words, and then I want to commend you for the job you did in this over the last few weeks. Make sure you dot our I's and cross the T's in this, and I know you told me you worked with John Fess, Economic Development Director. I want to thank John also. I know he's had a lot on his plate, and this is thrown on his plate also. So I think it's a win-win-win for the city all the way around. I mean, no matter how you look at it, you got a good company coming here that saves the taxpayers money instead of traveling to Chelsea. I think they're going to bring better businesses in there and raise the taxes of that whole area down there. So in reality, we really gave nothing up. I think we only got, as a city, and the taxpayers won this. I want to commend the mayor for how he handled this. And something was said earlier, and John Fester said it, and I think it's the biggest thing that I wish I said it because it was in my head, but it shows that Revere is serious about bringing good businesses to the city of Revere. I think that's the biggest thing. So with that, we'll call a roll call.
That the City Council move to approve the TIF agreement between the City of Revere and Squire Charger Realty, LLC, as amended. Councilor Arrigo?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Correggio?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Gino?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Haas? Yes. Yes. Councilor Novoselsky?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon is absent. Councilor Zambuto?
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Penta?
Yes.
Yes, the TIF agreement has been approved as amended.
Immediate reconsideration.
Reconsidering not fail. All in favor, all opposed, so voted.
Calendar item number 5, report of the Ways and Means Subcommittee.
Councilor Powers.
Thank you, Mr. President. There were 4 items discussed this evening. The first one was the reinstatement of $114,000 into the Quinn Bill overtime account. It's our understanding, as we discussed earlier this evening, that this money is required. It's all contractual. Our only disagreement was that when the mayor submits future budgets from his department heads, that this be lumped in to the overtime account. And I know that overtime account is currently being used, part of it anyway, to provide police details in our shopping area down on Broadway, which we are desperately trying to revitalize, so that citizens going down there during the day will feel comfortable with the presence of a police detail. And also, there's going to be a new West Revere substation opened on Broadway that'll give police quicker response. Instead of having to come all the way from the east side of the city, they'll have a much quicker response on the west side of the city, and also it'll be more user-friendly for the ratepayers in this city without having to go all the way over to the Parkway to inquire about something. So it was the recommendation of the committee that that money be reinstated. There was also another item that with $220,000, which was cut from the Board of Health budget. And I think it was at that time, it was the feeling of this city council that that money be cut because we felt it should have been in the school department budget. And then I was informed recently that that money, it was put into the health department budget because it was very difficult for the school department to maintain and keep nurses over there in that department because by law they were required to have a master's degree in nursing, and once they got that, there was a much greater demand out in the private area for nurses with a master's degree. So this will give us some, hopefully some continuity in the nursing staff at Revere High School. And also, that money is being reimbursed to the city. It's an accounting maneuver that the school department is getting $220,000 less in net school spending that is required by educational reform. So it's not an increase in their budget being paid for by the city side. That money is going to come out of net school spending at the school department. And then there were two other items. One of them was a motion by Councilor Novoselsky that the mayor request the appropriate department to install emergency parking ban strobe lights in visible locations around the city. And that motion was amended to require the mayor to request I believe it would be the fire department to submit a cost factor to the city council before any money could be appropriated or spent. And we did amend that, and we'll be voting on that as amended. And then the other item was a motion presented by Councilor Novoselsky that the mayor appropriate funds to have all city employees attend mandatory customer service training. And my hope is that that would be probably a minimal cost, if any, to the city. I think it's important that anyone who works for the city that confronts a resident of this city on a business matter is trained properly to address that person in a good fashion. So we'll be voting on these four motions tonight that are coming out of the Ways and Means Committee. If you want to take them all, Mr. President, at once.
We can take them on appropriations. I'm going to take them separate, the two appropriations for roll call. The other two, I'm just going to vote through, all in favor, all opposed, so voted on the two.
Okay, fine.
Motions. Those are passed unanimously. Now we'll call a roll call unless anybody wants to speak on this. No? Roll call on the appropriation.
That the City Council hereby restores $114,000 to the Police Department Quinn Bill overtime account for fiscal year 2013 budget. Councilor Arrigo.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Correggio.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Janino.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Haas. Yes. Councilor Novoselsky.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers.
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon is absent. Councilor Zambuto.
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Penta.
No.
No, the $114,000 to the Quinn Bill overtime account has been approved. that the City Council hereby restores $220,000 to the Board of Health salaries for school nurses account for the fiscal year 2013 budget. Councilor Arrigo?
No.
No. Councilor Correggio?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Janino?
No.
No. Councilor Guanasso?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Haas?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Novoselsky?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon is absent. Councilor Zambudo?
No.
No. And Council President Penta?
No.
No, the restoration of that line item fails.
Motions?
On the motions, that, you want to read?
Appointment Subcommittee.
No, what I'm saying,
Oh, I'm
that's,
sorry.
you already,
Calendar item number 6, report of the appointment subcommittee.
Mr. President,
Council, Guanasso.
Guanasso, that's it. Thank you, Mr. President. Earlier this evening, the Appointment Subcommittee met. We had two individuals up for appointment. The first was for appointment to the Revere Housing Authority, Mr. Henry Mancini, 69 Hutchinson Street, Revere, Mass., to fill the remaining term of Fred Egberg to expire on February 18, 2013. And that appointment came out favorably from the subcommittee. Also, at the subcommittee was a reappointment for Michael B. Fixman, 72 Hancock Street, Everett, Mass., as a constable for the City of Revere, and this appointment is granted for a period of 3 years. Again, the appointment subcommittee met and they voted out favorably, and we ask that the city as a whole, the council as a whole, do the same. Thank you, Mr. President. You can take them both up at the same time.
That the City Council confirm the appointments of Henry Mancini and Michael Fixman as reported by Chairman Guanasso. Councilor Arrigo?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Correggio?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Janino?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Guanasso?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Haas? Yes. Yes. Councilor Novoselsky?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Patch?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Powers?
Yes.
Yes. Councilor Reardon is absent. Councilor Zambudo?
Yes.
Yes. And Council President Penta?
Yes.
Yes, the appointments have been confirmed.
Just 1 second. On that vote, I believe it went 6-5 in favor.
It did. It was my mistake. I thought it was a two-thirds vote. It's a majority vote. to
No, it's a
return.
majority
It's
vote.
a majority vote. So on the motion that the City Council hereby restores $220,000 to the Board of Health salaries for school nurses account for the fiscal 2013 budget, that motion passes.
We're on motions.
Calendar item number 7, motion presented by Councilor Zambudo that the following proposed zoning ordinance amendment be ordered to a public hearing upon review by the city solicitor and site plan review. This is relative to an ordinance regulating marijuana treatment centers.
Councilor Sambudo.
Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, I want to put the entire city council on this motion. I'm certainly not looking for any glory in doing this. This is strictly to protect the city, and it's required in order to protect us legally, that even though we have no as a use in every district, it needs to be done in order to protect us. So we've been working with the legal department and the community development planning. So it's in other words, this is strictly a protection motion, and that's why it's here. And I don't want any credit for it. Everybody can have the credit, but we need to do it. So that's why we're asking this to go to a public hearing, and I'll save any comments I might have until the evening of the public hearing.
Just one question to the maker of the motion. This is voted in by the taxpayers. The only question I have is, we went through this with something before that. Usually you have to have at least one district.
No. I've gone through this. There's only one required in Suffolk County.
Okay.
One.
So it's statewide, so it's Suffolk County. That's
Yeah.
fine.
So that's why it's, we've worked on this with the legal team. I'm not a lawyer, but I play one on TV.
Okay. Roll call? Oh, it's going to a public hearing, correct. Council Correggio.
Just a few minutes.
this has been brought to my attention to a lot of residents in the city. If you read the Globe the past couple of Sundays, other cities have already adopted this ordinance. So it's something that's really needed, that we have a mechanism in place before January 1st comes, because that will take effect, and we want to keep control, or we want to do something about these marijuana clinics. Thank you.
Thank you.
Calendar item number 8, motion presented by Councilor Patch, that the mayor request Mass Highway to repair the fence at the lot at the end of Washington Ave. The fence is an eyesore and poses a public safety issue to pedestrians utilizing the sidewalk.
Councilor Patch.
Thank you, Mr. President. Speaks for itself.
All in favor, all opposed, so voted. Councilor Novoselsky.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I have just two things before we leave. Just to let everybody know, I know this is a time of the season, there are a lot of needy people around, and everybody is looking for toys for the younger kids and, try and give them a happy Christmas. And just let everybody know that the Revere Police Department has a box to collect unwrapped toys here at City Hall in the main lobby. So if you come up to City Hall, drop off a box for a toy for a needy kid. Also, Mr. President, for the folks in your area and my area down along the Revere Beach Parkway and the Shirley Ave area, MWRA is doing some gate work, so you may have some rusty water, and a lot of the explanations were given by the fire chief over the phone on Code Red. So please, the water's okay for drinking and cooking, but there may be an issue in using laundry, for your laundry use. So if you have any questions, someone can call the MWRA at 617-305-5950. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Motion to adjourn. The next meeting will be 6 o'clock on the 17th. Motion to adjourn. All in favor, all opposed, so voted.